I was gonna say that's actually like one of the things that EA is pretty much really good at is basically tacking on shit to everything, especially what is it, in the past like month. They pretty much like fucked up. They fucked up like so much. It's baffling because I mean this is a company that's known for being dickheads, for fucking over their employees, fucking over their fans, and fucking over all the franchises that they've pretty much built an entire empire out of, and how they're standing on top of this entire mountain, basically pissing on everybody below that's keeping it afloat.
And with this launch, they took down their pants and fucked over their entire audience. How
Yeah.
about that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically ruining the Max's name, which is unfortunate.
Well,
Well,
shouldn't we explain somewhere, that how they actually came to this fucking car crash of a fucking release?
Would you like to explain how the whole SimCity car crash occurred?
They didn't. They made everything online, didn't they? Single player game, yeah, online.
Oh, DRM all the way.
DRM all the way. DRM up the ass. You want to play your game on your own? You have to be online. You don't have an internet connection? Tough shit. Get one.
Well, the issue isn't even the DRM. The issue is that DRM doesn't fucking work.
Exactly.
Because no one can fucking play the fucking thing. Because none of the servers that are required to fucking play the game actually work at all. And I don't know how anyone could have just like missed this oversight. Like, so we're going to release a game, requires online DRM, always on. That's their plan, to stop piracy or whatever. Or just fuck people over because I think it's funny. And they just don't have servers that work, which is kind of crucial to anything fucking work.
I tell you what, that's one way to stop piracy in its tracks.
Don't make
the
game
game
work.
doesn't work at all, and then they don't want to
everyone
play
pays
it.
us, and it doesn't work, and no one steals it.
I'm not pirating that. It doesn't even play.
That's
Fuck
a good
that.
idea, I think.
I mean,
That's unbelievable.
Who thinks these things through? Like, who at EA is like there must be someone who just sits like on the board, like, and I'm masturbating with $100 bill, like, whoa, how can we fuck people off today? And take Dead Space 3 as well, for example. That they put in microtransactions for a full price game and stuff. And even when it was like before it was coming out, they were like, how do we make this more mainstream? It's a horror franchise. What don't most people like? I don't know, horror. Let's take out the horror. And then we'll be fine. And more people. It's like if Assassin's Creed was a fucking EA franchise, it would just be called Creed, and that would be it.
And
No,
then
it'd
all
just
of
be-
a
it would
sudden
just
it
called
starts
ass.
having like Christian rock melodies just fucking
Oh, God.
all over the place. Just in the middle of battle, it's like, talking about, and Jesus loves me, and then like floating about in the air in the Christ pose.
If things get much worse, EA is going to make... Which one? Does EA do Battlefield?
Yes.
Yeah.
I say, before long, Battlefield is just going to be a bunch of soldiers standing in a field checking their smartphones.
Oh, you want to know what? I just want to throw this out there for everybody listening. If you ever get bored and you want to hear something that's like semi-amusing, especially if you're like stoned or drunk or something, look up on YouTube. It's called Creed Shreds. Creed is one of the worst fucking incarnations in fucking music history, but Creed Shreds is fucking hilarious, and it's pretty funny. And it's like, oh yeah, it sounds something like that, and
You
just twanging
recited
and
the
banging.
entire album of Creed there.
And if you ever want...
Basically, it's here's a joke: Creed's greatest hits. Haha, didn't. Anyway, continue.
Oh, God.
That's why they got their hit song, With Legs Wide Open.
Oh, I was gonna say my mum's wide open. Oh, damn it.
Oh.
But okay, so besides the fact that Creed sucks really bad, basically we have a SimCity game that lots of people are looking forward to. The shit is online all the time, but it doesn't fucking function. And naturally, Electronic Arts has like a briefcase filled with excuses that they're willing to just pour out to try to get everybody to calm the fuck down. But look at it like this. If you bought the game, you're not able to play the game, and you're upset about that, instead of getting a full refund, you will get a free game, which will be filled with DLC and microtransactions, and you'll just hate it.
And DRM. Don't forget that.
Yeah, and it'll probably have DRM too. So you'll just put up with more server issues from another one of their free games, which you wouldn't want anyway, because a lobotomy is, it's kind of something that'd be preferable.
And you forgot the punchline. You forgot the huge, big punchline there, right?
What?
It got that bad that Amazon, you buy all your books and your games and your DVDs from Amazon, they took it down both the digital and the physical version off their website because of this entire debacle.
You know why?
Wow.
Because Amazon's smart. They're like, you know what? Everybody hates this, and now they're yelling at us. We didn't fuck this up. Later, you deal with this shit, EA.
See ya.
And honestly, and that is a better way to go about it. It's just like, look, many people listening right now have had the same exact issue. Many of us have fucking aired our grievances with DRM and always online and stuff. And this isn't one of those things of, oh, you just don't want things to get move forward. Look, moving forward's one thing, but when there's a bunch of roadblocks and pitfalls in the way, and this isn't an easy transition, one that's essentially fucking everybody over, especially one that's, I want to play a one-player game. Why do I need to be online?
It's all about sharing.
Like that makes no fucking sense. I had that issue with Diablo 3. I didn't understand because I love Diablo 1. I especially love Diablo 2, which is still one of my top 10 PC games of all time. But Diablo 3 always online all the time, and I tried jumping into the beta and that shit wouldn't work. For 3 fucking days, I couldn't get into the beta, and it's on my internet connection. It works just fucking fine. But that was just, like the very beginning. And then seeing stuff like this, it's like, come the fuck on, guys. Get your shit together.
I mean, this is even worse though than Diablo 3. I mean, Diablo 3 was a massive fuck up. I mean, I guess it was like all a cunning plan, so people didn't realize how shit the game was when they actually played it, and then
At least
stopped
it's
playing it
working
anyway.
now, though.
But you know what I mean? Like the SimCity stuff has been going on for fucking days now. Like, and people are still having issues. Like, I see issues reported on Twitter, and they've disabled some features of the game in order to try and help the server load. Some key features of the game have been disabled to help. So the game isn't the game you fucking paid for, and you might have bought it thinking, "Wow, that's a really cool feature." No, it's not in the game anymore because they can't cope with it, and it blows my fucking mind how this can be fucked up so much.
Well, and the whole thing was it's like kind of like trying to like sweep your mess under the rug, but the problem is they've like shot an elephant in the neck, and that's a little tough to hide underneath a sofa.
Look, okay, if we're gonna use the term sweeping a mess under a carpet, what they're doing is trying to fucking bury a landfill under a paper towel.